the artist is lonely, she sits and she thinks. When the artist is lonely, she sits and she writes. When the artist is lonely, she sits and she cries. When the artist is lonely, she sits and she paints. When the artist is lonely, she sits and she sings. When the artist is lonely, she sits and she drinks. When the artist is lonely, she sits and begins.
Everything is a mirror. Everything is a mirror. Everything is a projection of your experienced reality. Perception is only a fragment of the whole potential. We are unconscious to it all. We can acknowledge how we do this and take time to reflect and notice our behavior. We can get to know ourselves and how we respond to the world. Learn from past mistakes, change your paradigm, live the best life you can live. What reflects onto you reflects onto me, for we are mirrors. We are mirrors to all who walk the earth, reflecting one another, unveiling new versions of ourselves, learning who we are through one another, seeing something of ourselves in each other.
A woman is for sale.
Girls can go to interviews with a few buttons undone, flutter their eyes, touch their hair. If it's a man, they're sure to get the job. For sex is power, and the woman is for sale. If I own my sexuality in a similar fashion, I'm strange, easy, yet peculiar. Not one of the guys, you know the ones, those who are supposedly stronger sex. I once had a friend not get a job at a food store, which shall be left nameless, because she wasn't deemed strong enough to push the shopping trolleys. A simple job really, and she wasn't offered a till job instead, which I can guarantee she was strong enough for. Don't forget to hire a boy, for they won't take 9 months off to raise a baby. He'll do whatever we tell him to do, because boys don't think, they just do as they're told, for boys simply don't grow up, and he won't refuse if there's money involved. And although I am feminine, I am not seen as a woman, and rightly so, and yet clusters of girls still refuse to let me into their conversations in fear of what boys might think, and some who instead take me under their wing like martyrs who are motherly figures, who are righteous and accepting and open and loving, and most importantly strong in every other sense other than deemed physically. head and heart. I'm always between my head and my heart. You've caught me again, between my head and my heart. Oscillating, back and forth, time and time again. I'm beginning to feel I might betray myself again. As my head and my heart are so far apart, I fear they shall not meet until I depart.
Home. Where is home? Is it the feeling you get when you're going home? Or is it the feeling after a long day at work when you're going home? Are you looking forward to going home? Is there someone to go home to? Is that home? Somewhere for you to both go to? Or is it a home with those you call your loved ones, whether that's with your family or with friends? Or is home being alone and being satisfied with simply that? Is home the tranquility of independence, or by chance friends who become loved ones who we let into our homes and become our family, whether they come from similar homes or not? Can we only be at home with those who are just as dysfunctional as ourselves? An angry dad, an unhappy mother, turns into an enraged boyfriend and a sorrowful friend who can't ever seem to find happiness. Or how about a runaway sister or brother who is never home and makes a home wherever they go, and without much thought of the consequences, and cares less what you think of them, or so they would like you to think. Maybe they like the feeling that you're home, waiting for them, or perhaps they get a thrill every time they leave, knowing full well you'll open your door every time they want to come home, to you, their home, or doormat. If so, change the lock and never look back, for they aren't welcome anymore, for you only want to create a happy home, one where you want to come home to, and cherish, and love, like the family you always deserved would come home.